Hi, so welcome to Warrior. Let's start just sitting down or kneeling in a comfortable way so that we can settle into our practice. So make sure that you're connected to the ground in a way that you can sustain for about 5 minutes and that we can have a nice light spine. We can just tuck the navel in so that we're not arching the back at all. We can roll the shoulders back and down a few times, lengthening the neck. Soften the face, softly close the eyes. Release the upper arms and the forearms, letting the hands just rest lightly onto the lap. Palm up or palm down, the fingers soft. So strong, comfortable pose, steady, connected to the ground, but lifting up through the crown of the head. Somewhere where the breath can flow freely. And we allow ourselves to be in the present moment. Which is the beauty of the breath. Following that breath on its way into the body and out of the body. And then when we find that those little thoughts are coming in, we can acknowledge that and say, this just isn't the time for that at the moment. I'm doing yoga. Be gone. I'll see you later. And come back to your breath. So just for the next few minutes, we'll sit quietly and be with our breath. With each exhalation, we're feeling more and more connected to the ground. So our theme in our Hatha classes this week has been grounded and restful. So let's bring that into our warrior practice. Feeling connected to the ground beneath and allowing the exhale to cement that connection. And then gently come back to the body, to the sensation of the body on the ground, sensation of the body breathing. And we can just gently let that chin drop down to the chest, as we quite often do from this position. We'll roll the head just from one shoulder to the other because it's a good opportunity to get some movement into the neck. And when we next come back to the centre, let's hold the stretch and softly open our eyes whilst we're there. Keep the gaze slightly unfocused. And then in a moment, as we lift our chin, we will take our gaze to somewhere that isn't the screen. So just take it anywhere in your space or outside of your space that isn't the screen. So that gives the eyes something natural to look at, something softer to look at as they open. And then we'll take this opportunity as well to take our socks off. We're going to come to kneeling. So if you'd like to have a blanket underneath the knees, then do so if you'd like that extra padding, either a blanket or you can, no, it should be a blanket really. I was going to say doubled up mat, but actually we're going to need all of the mat. And when we're kneeling, we're at the back of the mat, facing the short edge, far away, far away. Okay, so a low kneel to begin with. And we'll take an inhalation here and an exhalation. And then with an inhale, we're going to lift up, stretch the arms up. Exhale, come down to an all fours position and engage the navel, lengthen the neck. The hands are in a good place for you. Inhale, gently let the tummy come down, open the chest, shoulders down, gently looking forward, so not up towards the sky. We don't want to do a back bend with the neck. Exhale, draw the navel in and gently look down. And then we'll come to a flat back position and take the left toes out behind. Oh, I'm a bit too far at the end of my mat, no room. Take the left toes out behind and just gently stretch that left leg out so the toes are flexed onto the ground. And then with your next exhalation, draw that knee towards the armpit. We can just duck the chin down a little bit. And then inhale, and we're going to bring that leg up towards the sky. Exhale, we're going to bring the knee in. Inhale, we're going to stretch it along the mat so that we're back onto those toes again. Exhale, we bring the knee in towards the armpit. Inhale, we're going to stretch that leg up. So we'll do that movement another time then. So in, exhale, in, and then stretch the leg out. Exhale in. Inhale up. And then bring that knee down. Take an inhalation here. So we're going to take the right arm underneath the left armpit, bring that hand down to bring that shoulder down to the mat, breath in, raise that arm up. And then bring that hand down. Inhale, lift up, both hands, and then this right hand will extend up. So let's do that again. So I shouldn't have brought my hand down to the mat. Make it more smooth than that. So bring the shoulder down, lift that arm up, bring the arm down, breathe in, lift up and twist around. So we'll do that one more time. Shoulder down, lift up, hand down, bring that arm through. Bring the hand down to the ground, check notes, come down to child's pose then. Knees together or apart, arms in a comfortable place for you. If you need to take the weight off your hands, you can have the palms up towards the sky. Just rest here for a couple of breaths, not too long. We're warming up, want to keep the momentum going. So we're going to go whoosh through and come to a cobra. So we'll just come along the ground and come to a low cobra. So I've decided I'm not a fan of high cobras anymore, having done a course in lower back health. Much better to keep it low, and then we're building lots of strength into those arms. Belly button's just slightly clear of the of the mat and your tailbone's under, so you're creating space there. And then with the next inhalation, we're going to lift up, bring the head to the ground, the hips are up into the air. As we exhale there. Inhale, we're lifting up. And we're going to bring the right foot, no we're not, we're going to bring the left foot through. Left foot through. And then we're making sure we've got the knee over the ankle. And we'll just rest there for a moment. And then we'll do a little bit of coming backwards and forwards. So we'll bring the hands backwards, come onto the heel and stretch the leg out, and then come forwards to that bent knee position, backwards, forwards, and then one more, backwards and forwards. I'm going to slide that left foot back. We're going to come to a plank position. So we're tucking the toes under and we have the navel engaged. The neck is long, the gaze towards the ground. So that gaze is towards the ground in this position, the neck is long and we're keeping grounded. And then bring the knees down, come back into a child's pose. And back into a low kneel position. Bring the hands to the heart centre and just see how that feels for a moment. Notice maybe that the heart rate has increased, perhaps the rate of breathing has increased. Next inhalation, raise up, stretch up. Exhale, come to all fours. Tuck the navel in, nice long neck. Inhale, tummy down, chest open, gently look forward. Exhale, draw in the tummy and the chin comes down. Come back to a flat back, take the right toes out behind you, stretch away through those calf muscles. And then as we exhale, bring the knee in towards the armpit, the head can look down. Inhale, bring the leg up, gently looking up. Exhale, knee in towards the armpit. Inhale, stretch the leg out behind you with the toes onto the ground. Exhale, bring the knee in. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bring the knee in. Inhale, take it behind. Let's do that one more time on this side then. Knee in and up and in and out. And then bring that knee back. This time the left hand's going to go underneath the right armpit. Bring the shoulder down, we can extend that right arm up if we wish to. Bring that right hand down, breathe in, lift up and twist around to the left. Do that another couple of times, so bring that arm through, extend up, bring the arm down, swish through and up, and again. And come back to child's pose for a few breaths. Time to rest, a time to reconnect. Now with an in-breath we're going to make our way through to Cobra. Just sliding along the ground. Slithery snake. So make sure we've got length in that neck, the shoulders down, chest open, the elbows in by the sides, tuck the tailbone under. Gentle gaze. And then with an inhale, push back, hips into the air, the forehead to the ground. This next inhale, lift up to all fours, and then we'll bring the right foot through. Right knee on top of the ankle. Settle for a moment. Okay, and then we can have a little walk backwards and forwards. One more here. And then back to plank. So taking that foot out behind. Steady breath, nice and strong, building the strength. Then knees down, back to child's pose. And with an inhale, lift back up to that kneeling position. Just see how you feel, body, mind and breath. And then we'll just come back onto all fours. Need to do a little bit of hip opening before we go further. So we'll do that good old lamppost thing. So on all fours, we'll lift one leg up to the side and bring it down, and then the other one, and down. Do that for another couple of times. I'll tell you what, actually on this next one, we'll lift that knee up and we'll just circle the leg around. And then we can bring that leg down. Hard work, eh? And then we can go to the other side. A little circling around. And bring that leg down. Okay, we're going to come, well, I'm going to give you a little break. I'm going to give myself a break as well to have a drink. Downward dog. So stretching the arms away a little, tuck the toes under, take a breath in, lift the hips up, bring the feet so they're around hip width apart, soft knees, navel in, nice long neck, pause. So we're going to do things a little bit differently in this session. A little bit of a different sort of a flow today. Mix things up a little bit. Okay, so we're going to take a step or a jump through, come to a forward fold. And then soften the knees down quite a lot, bottoms are out. So as we breathe in, we're going to come up with the arms in front. Bottoms are still out, legs are still bent. The knees are tracking over the feet, which are hip width apart. So the knees aren't coming in, they're not going out to the sides. Lift the arms up by the ears. The arms should be framing the face, not touching the ears. There should be space. And then bring the hands to the heart centre. A little twist around to whichever side, doesn't matter which. And breathe. So holding that. Smiling, keeping the weight towards the heels, off the toes. Use an inhale, come back to centre and stretch the arms by the ears again. And then exhale, twist to the other side. So pardon my back to you. Just lifting that top shoulder up. There's a temptation to collapse down, so keep that top shoulder up. Use next inhalation, come back to that chair pose. And then exhale, come down. Inhale, lift up to halfway. flat back. Exhale down. Place the hands to the floor. Step back into a plank, well, step or jump back into a plank pose. Lower the hips down. Come to a cobra. So hips on the floor, elbows are well bent next to the body, shoulders are down, chest open, gentle look ahead. And then we'll come into a down dog. So we're going to tuck the toes under, lift the hips up. And then inhale and stretch that right leg up. Keep the foot flexed and the leg straight. And then we're going to bring that foot through. So the right foot comes through and we're going to lift up into Warrior One. So really build up from the ground, feet, legs, knee is safe. We're lovely and tall. We've moved the feet accordingly for our bodies. Chest open, shoulders down, long neck. And be with your breath for a moment. Okay, good. Now, bring the hands down to the ground. Step that foot back. Down to the ground from a plank. Up to a cobra. Tuck the toes under. Downward dog. Step or jump through towards the hands. Forward fold. Bend the knees, bring the arms up in front of you and just bring that upper body up. So we're into chair pose, bottoms out, knees over the feet. Bring the hands up by the ears. Hands down to the heart centre. Little twist then to one side, whichever, doesn't matter which. Lifting that shoulder up, bringing this elbow back a bit. Soften the face, weight back to the heels. Breath in back to that chair pose. And then to the other side. Keep that elbow going back, the shoulder up. Back into chair pose. Forward fold. Lift up that halfway point. Come back down to a forward fold. And then step back, step or jump back into that plank pose. Lower down into cobra. Tuck the toes under, lift back up into downward dog. And just rest in dog for a moment with your knees as soft as you like. Navel in, nice long neck. And we're going to extend that left leg up, I beg your pardon, left leg up, keep it straight, push to the heel, bring it through. Plant both feet down, use an inhale to really lift up, pushing into the ground, up into Warrior One. Knee above the ankle, we're nice and open into the chest, shoulders down. We're with purpose, remember that with these poses. We've got soft faces, we're smiling, enjoying ourselves. Now next exhale, bring the hands down. Step that left foot back into a plank pose. Lower yourself down into a cobra. Tuck the toes under into a down dog. And then this time I'm going to step or jump the feet forward, come to a forward fold. And then with a nice big inhalation, lift up, use those knees, bend, nice and strong in the legs, lift up and then bring the hands to the heart centre. We'll take a pause in a Tadasana pose, arms down by the sides, palms to the front, bring those shoulders back. Tuck the tailbone under so we're not going into a back bend. Feel into the ground underneath the feet, that plugged in feeling. Weight towards the heels so the toes are light. Your neck is long, your face is soft, perhaps the eyes are closed. Breath flowing deeply. Just a moment to reconnect. Important to keep hydrated. Okay. So, hands down by the sides now, nice and tall in your Tadasana. Inhale, stretch up. Little back bend there now, if you want to. Exhale, soften the knees, fold forward. Inhale, lift up to that halfway point. Exhale, bring the hands down. And then step or jump those feet back. Into a plank pose. Sink down into your cobra. Tuck the toes under, back up into a downward dog pose. Pause in your dog. Tuck that navel in, lengthen the neck. Be strong, connected. Okay, so this time we're going to take that right leg up as before, so stretch through the heel, nice long straight leg, and then bring that foot through. Plant both feet down and we're going to lift straight up into a warrior two. So bringing the arms up to shoulder height. We're checking that the knee is going over that ankle, that you've got a nice stretch into the inner thigh. Gentle gaze down the middle finger. Your shoulders are down, your neck is long, your face is soft. And then with the next inhalation, the back hand comes down, the top hand raises. And then with an exhalation, we're going to come round, place the left hand to the ground and raise that right arm up, nice big twist. And then bring that hand down, lift up into a warrior one. You know when you write yourself notes sometimes you think, what on earth do you mean by that, Judy? I think what we're doing, I think what I meant, is we come down then, bring the hands down, bring that foot back, right hand to the ground, stack the feet and lift that hand up. Just hold that for a moment, strong, steady. And then bring that hand down so we're coming back into a dog pose. Jolly good. Jolly good. And then we'll jump or step the feet through. Breath in, lift up all the way up to the sky. Breath out, fold forward. Breath in up to halfway. Breath out down with the hands. Step or jump back into a plank pose. Lower down into cobra. Lift up into down dog. And pause for a moment. So this time stepping the left foot through, and we can raise the leg up first, the left leg, nice and strong, and then bring the left foot through. Place both feet on the ground and breath in as you lift up to warrior two. I'm just going to change the direction so I haven't got my back to you. And we're into warrior two now with the left leg leading, tall but soft at the same time. Shoulders soften down, there's no holding on. We need to let go so that we can feel that grounded feeling. Okay, so next inhalation, back hand down, front arm raises up. And then come down, we'll bring this right hand down this time to the ground and that left arm lifts up as we twist around. And come back, lift up to warrior one. And then bring the hands down, Slide that left foot back, bring the weight onto the left hand, come to a side plank. So we stack the feet if we can do. My balance is always better on the other side of this side. It's our own stuff, isn't it? And bring that hand back into downward dog. A little pause. And then we'll step or jump the feet through into a forward fold. Breath in and lift all the way up. And the hands back down to the heart centre and pause. So another breath, another time, just to come back to centre. Okay, so have a little drink if you need one. I'm almost running out of my tea. So magically I now have some more tea. So we'll place that down. Must remain hydrated. My son, who works in the hospitality industry, says hydration is key. So there we are. Nice and tall into Tadasana. Tuck the tailbone in, shoulders back and down. Feel the ground beneath the feet, feel connected to the sky above. Soften the face. Breath in, lift up. Breath out, lower down. Breath in up to that halfway point. Breath out, down. Step or jump back into plank pose. And then lower down to cobra. Lift up into downward dog. And then this time we're going to just bring that right knee towards the armpit. Stretch it up to keep integrity in the leg again. And then bring that foot through. Plant the feet down. Lift up to warrior two. Just as we did before. And pause in warrior two. And then we're going to breathe into warrior one. Come to warrior three. Bring that weight onto the front leg, back leg behind. Arms come to the shoulder height or out in front or at the heart centre. I'm trying to make a T shape, so don't let yourself dip down like a dipping bird. It's very easy to let yourself do that. And then step that foot back and back to warrior one. We're going to come back to a warrior three position, this time with the arms behind. So back into warrior three, into that standing balance. Use anything solid around you that you have, if you wish to aid that balance. Feel plugged in through that standing leg into the ground. Step the foot back and back up into warrior one. Bring the hands down. And back to plank pose. Lower down into cobra. Tuck the toes, come back up into downward dog. Pause. Bring the left knee in towards the body, stretch that left leg out, step through, lift up into warrior two. And bring the hand around, we're into warrior one. When we come to warrior three, we've got the arms out to the sides or straight ahead of us or at the heart centre, whichever is better for you. Bring that foot back, lift it back up into warrior one. Warrior three again, taking your arms behind you if you can. So onto that standing leg. And back to warrior one, I beg your pardon. Warrior one. Bring the hands down to the ground. Come back into plank. Down to the ground. Up into cobra. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips up. And then step or jump through. Nice deep breath in, bend the knees, lift all the way up. And bring the hands back to the heart centre. Back to Tadasana for a moment. Okay. And the last thing that we're going to do before we come down to our cool down is our cool down stretches. It's traditional sun salute, but we're going to put just a couple of other little bits in with it. So not a Surya Namaskara, just a straight Surya Namaskar, but we'll do a few different things as well. So breath in, lift up. Breath out, bring the arms down. Step the right foot back, bring the knee to the ground. If it was a Chandra Namaskar, we'd bring the arms up, and we're going to do that now. So we're going to bring the arms up, but we're not calling it Chandra Namaskar necessarily. And then bring the hands down. Right hand to the ground, twist around to the left. Bring that hand down. Slide the left foot back into a downward dog. From downward dog, we come down to the ground, knees, chest, chin. And then up into a cobra. Back into a down dog. We're going to bring that left foot through. Lift back up with the hands. Come back down, place the right hand on the ground and lift that left hand up. Bring that left hand down. Step the right foot through so that we're into a forward fold. Bend the knees, push through the legs, breathe in, lift up. Breath out, fold forward. Stepping the left foot back this time. Use your breath in to lift up with those arms. Breath out, fold down, bring the left hand down and twist to the right. Breath out, bring that hand down, slide that right foot back into a downward dog. Come down to the ground, knees, chest, chin. Lift into a cobra. Tuck the toes under, lifting up. Step the right foot through. Lift the arms up. Bring them down. Bring that left hand to the ground. Raise the right arm. Bring it down. Slide that left foot through to a forward fold. Breath in. Lift up. Back to the heart. Be with breath. Quiet. Feel into the ground beneath the feet. Feel fully connected, our own roots going down into the ground. Feel strong in the legs. Feel light in the spine, in the shoulders. Lengthen up to the universe. Feel the face soft and the breath gently moving. Just be aware of your inner landscape. Be aware of the heartbeat, the breath. How you feel in body, mind and spirit. And then release those hands down. Take the feet a little wider apart. Toes can be out to the side. We're just going to come down to the ground through a simple squat. So hands to the heart centre. Nice deep breath in. Bend the knees up and track over the feet. Bottom goes out behind. Gently bring those hips down to the ground. And we're down. We're going to have a little drink. We're going to do our cool down, warm down, lying on the ground, and then we can go straight into a short relaxation. So if you'd like to pop your warm clothes on, then do. But keep your socks off for the moment so we can do a little bit of bridge. And have your socks and blanket near you so they're easy for you to get hold of. Okay, and then we'll eventually come down to a semi-supine position. So we come down, the neck's long, the shoulders are in contact with the ground, the lower back is softly against the ground. The feet are onto the ground and the arms are down by the sides. And soften the face, soften the eyes, soften between the back teeth. Be with your breath here, feel fully connected. So we're going to draw the right knee towards the chest and hold either back of thigh or onto the shin. And then we can lengthen that left leg along the ground. And as we inhale, the knee goes away. As we exhale, the knee comes in. Another couple of times. If you want to lift the head with the exhale, tuck the chin in and take the head to look down centre line, so it's not head to knee. And then we can do that again. And then when we bring the head down, we can stretch that leg up. We're going to lower the leg down to the ground. You might like to have the left leg bent if you're going to do that. The navel locks in and then we lower that leg down. Slide the foot back. And then we'll bring the left knee towards the chest, holding back of leg or onto shin. Stretch that right leg away. The toes are on top of the heels, so we flex the foot. Inhale, knee goes away. Exhale, knee comes towards you. Lift the head if you want to do so. And then 2 more times. Head comes to ground. I'm going to stretch the leg up and take it towards the ground. If you want to bend the right knee for your lower back safety, then please do so. Lowering that left leg down. Bring it back to the centre. Then take the feet just a little further away. Bring them together though. And then we're going to let the knees go out to the sides, and we're going to take the arms out to the sides with the elbows bent. Don't take the knees so far that your back starts arching. Exhale, bring the knees together, bring the elbows together and the palms of the hands. So the palms of the hands are over the face, the elbows are over the chest. And then as we inhale, we open up. So if you can't get the elbows towards each other, don't push, just bring the hands together. I'll do this a few times. Little sunflower pose. This time as we come up, we'll just let the hands come down by the sides, and we're going to bring the feet to a hip distance away. We're going to do a twist from here, so you could keep the feet on the floor. If you want a stronger twist, bring the knees to the chest. I've been calling my knees feet all week. So either twisting from the feet being on the ground or the knees being towards the chest. And we'll take an inhale and exhale, the knees go over to the right. We're doing a moving twist. So we're inhaling and coming back to centre. And then we're exhaling to the other side. Maybe we're turning the head to the opposite side as we work. You may find that's too much of a strain. If you are taking the head to the side, especially if you've got your knees onto your chest, then bring the head to centre before you bring the knees up, so we can take that strain out of the neck. One more to each side then. And then feet to the ground, hip width apart, arms down by the side. Connect through the soles of the feet, through the legs, the pelvic floor, the navel. Breath in, lifting the hips off the floor, and we can float the arms overhead if that's a comfortable thing to do. So we've got a bit of final movement into those shoulders. Keep the chin slightly tucked in, exhale, folding gently down one vertebrae at a time as the arms float down by the sides. Let's do that another couple of times. So we're not trying to lift the pelvis all the way to the sky. It's just up to sort of that line between the knees and the shoulders. We've done plenty of back bends. We really don't need any more extreme back bends. So this time we're going to come down, and then we're drawing one knee towards the chest, and we can curl up like a little hedgehog so the back's just going the other way. Little rock. If you don't want to lift the head, of course, you don't have to. And we can bring the head to the ground, do a little bit of knees away, knees together. Okay, and then we'll get ready for a little relaxation. So you can pop your socks on, cushions, blankets, whatever you need to be warm and comfortable. Taking your time. So you could have something over the eyes, cushion under the head if you want to. Have the legs in a comfortable place, whether that's raised up onto a chair or outstretched along the mat with the feet either hip width or mat width apart, or you may prefer to have the knees bent. Supported onto something. Or maybe with the feet towards the edges of the mat. And the knees coming towards each other for support. So just finding that the best place for you. The arms down by the sides or out to the sides a little, or resting onto the body. Softening through the shoulders. Lengthening the neck, softening the face. And having those eyes softly closed. Being with your breath. With that exhale, with the exhale, releasing the toes, each toe on each foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, relaxed and released. With the next exhale, releasing the soles of the feet, tops of the feet. With the next exhale, relaxing the calf muscles, relaxing the shins, relaxing the knees. With another exhale, releasing the thigh muscles, letting them come away from the bones. With another exhale, the buttocks sinking into the ground. The pelvis soft, wide, released. With another exhale, feel each vertebrae from the tail of the spine all the way up. Soft, 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 soft. So that those cushions of the discs can expand. Space in the spine, all the way up to the base of the skull. Your next exhale, relaxing the belly. All the organs within, everything soft now. With another exhale, the intercostal muscles between the ribs, wide and soft. With another exhale, releasing the collarbones. Feel them widening at the base of the throat. With another exhale, feel the shoulder blades drifting apart as they soften down into the ground, wide across the shoulders, smoothing out from the spine to the outsides. With another exhale, each of the fingers and the thumbs soft. Next exhale, the palms of the hands, the backs of the hands. Releasing the wrists. Then each exhale, we're working along our arms, we're letting go of the forearms. We're letting go of the elbows. We're letting go of the upper arms. And the tops of the shoulders are sinking down. With another exhale, feel space and width at the throat. And another exhale, feel the head sinking down into the ground. The skin loose on the face, on the scalp. The eyes sinking back into the skull. And the teeth, everything heavy. The whole body heavy and soft, relaxed. Having that quality of a melting candle. Grounded and restful. If you have time for a longer relaxation, then by all means do. Otherwise, start to deepen the breath a little. Feel into the sensations of the body on the ground. Be aware of where you are in your room and your things around you. Maybe take the head gently from one side to the other. And then intuitively start to stretch out. Beginning with toes and fingertips and then moving into the limbs, into grosser movements, bigger movements. And maybe eventually rolling over onto one side. And there you can gently open the eyes. Just very gently open the eyes as you lie on one side. And then as you're ready, just gently coming up to sitting. Om Shanti.